Hello. Think we have that set up. I can't really tell for sure though, but I'm pretty sure we are rolling out. I know it does take a little bit of a minute to have it all set up, but it should be, there we are. So, now that we're here, we should have some. Alright, hello for whoever is watching. We're just gonna probably chill on DCS for the rest of the night, or we're gonna chill Microsoft Flight Sim. I think we're just gonna chill on DCS, just because it has more realism and a little more enjoyable, and I have a little bit more planes to fly on. Only difference is we won't be able to go and fly over to, like, let's say, actual places. But depending on what the chat wants, I can easily just switch over to um, Microsoft Flight Sim without having to worry about the stream shutting down like I have to do on console. So unfortunately with consoles, fortunately with consoles, you know, they tend to have the stream stop when you want to switch to a game. So that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So, uh, I know the title does say chilling on DCS World, but if you guys want, we can also fly on Microsoft Flight Sim as well, or whatever other game I have on my PC that I currently have installed. It could be any, but I think we're gonna do DCS. I think for at least for a little bit, and we'll go from there. So, do you have a? I don't know how other people will get their full-on desktop. Uh, I don't know why that's not. I don't know why it's hard to hear me. Should be fine. I don't know why it's like that. It was working fine earlier on the console, I believe. So from our quickly on console, it was working okay. So I have no idea on how to actually fix it, unless there is something in the settings here, or not the settings, but now before we do launch in DCS, I kind of want to see if there's a way. I wonder if there is a way I can get my desktop to. Oh, there is a way. Okay, so I guess for right now, we'll just do it like that. Alright, so I figured a way where we can actually have the tabs open up like this, which is nice. So we're gonna go ahead and look at some other planes. There's nothing really here to download, really. Anything that's skin related, at least, for something I would like to have. As I'm being texted by a million Discord notifications. Oh, we need to show that first. So, 1,000 skins in total for a bunch of these planes. We're not gonna look. I mean, I can also fire up BMG Drive and crash into cars for no reason. That's also a possibility, but don't know. But oh, recording volume. Ah, okay. That's the recording volume apparently. So, all right. does that work? I'm actually surprised that actually probably worked. Because now I actually turned up the mic, following me think a little bit. I don't know if that makes it any better, but should be better. Should be. If anything, I can just reload it. Because I don't want it to be too loud like that. I feel like that'd be a little bit too loud, especially when I'm flying, but maybe it'll be fine. I mean, it doesn't look horrible. If it overpowers the game, then who cares? If you would hear the voice, not really the game. Well, guys would already hear the game, but we're gonna go ahead and just. I Now the only thing I don't know is if the game is if because I'm trying something new here because you're actually seeing the desktop and you're actually seeing the desktop actually pop up with stuff. I need to turn off because I don't know why that's popping up. That shouldn't be popping up, but sure. We're gonna go ahead and turn on Do Not Disturb on so I don't get any notifications randomly while watching DCS. It only happens when I'm watching up DCS. So I wonder if there's a file in DCS that the PC is picking up that I don't know about. Because it's not DCS itself, because everyone plays the game. And everyone else has that issue, but maybe it's probably one of the mods I have installed. I bet you it's one of the mods I got installed that I don't know about, but it shouldn't be. These mods should be okay. It's the weather mod. Well, the weather mod might be out of date though. Now that I think about it, the weather mod might be out of date. So let me quickly look at the weather mod. The weather mod could be out of date. So we want weather mod. Let's see. What version are we on? Oh, yep, I'm out of date. Yep, I am out of date. I only have version 7. I do not have version 9. So I am, in fact, out of date with the mod. That is good to know. I actually didn't know I was out of date with the mod. So what I'm going to have to do is when we load into DCS, I'm going to have to get out of DCS, uninstall the mod, restart DCS, and then get out of DCS again, restart, and then re-download the new mod, and yeah, so it turns out that that mod's out of date. The Super Hornet should be fine, that's fine, these are fine, because those don't get updated anymore. My Sufa is fine, other mod planes are fine, so it's the other mod was in fact out of date. Now quit. Oh shit. Speaking of other things that could be out of date, I need to check another thing to see if it's out of date. I need to check the CF18 cockpit mod to see if there's been an update with that. As for the F-A18D, version 11. What version am I on currently? What version of the CF18 is it? Of the cockpit is it? Oh, we are in version 11. Okay, yep, we're on version 11, so he didn't update it. So we are actually, in fact, are on version 11. Alright, so now I know that we're okay. Now that I know that this idea works, we need to go ahead. We need to restart the fucking, we need to delete this, we have to disable the mod, because apparently it's out of date. For whatever fucking reason, it's out of date. We're gonna go ahead. Oh god, I'm showing you where to go for files and how to delete. So this is pretty much how you do any sort of filing and OVGME mods. That's what we want. Where is the weather mod? So what the weather mod essentially does, it makes the weather basically just way better than what it already is. And weather in DCS is okay, but the weather mod, it pretty much just makes it even better. It actually makes the thunder more scary. It actually makes it feel like you're actually going to fly in weather. It gives it more immersion, I guess you can say. which is really cool. It definitely does give it more immersion, which is why I love flying with the mod on. And the only reason why I'm reactivating, or the only reason why I'm restarting DCS after I disable the mod is just so DCS registers that the mod is disabled. I've always been told to do that. If I'm gonna delete a mod, to always restart DCS just to have it register the mod's no longer there when I'm using OVGME. But I mean, I'm also using a mod manager, which works perfectly fine. So maybe I didn't have to worry about that. But I want to make sure that when version 9 is installed, it's actually installed. It's actually has everything, and it's not going to, do anything. So I just want to make sure that everything would load up properly, if that made sense. So now we have to go ahead and disable the game again. So now we're gonna go ahead, restart OVGME. We're gonna go ahead, find our new mod of the weather mod. We're gonna go to version 9 now, and now we're on version 9 of Bandit's weather mod. Which, if you guys want, we can. In fact, I can load into a mission, or load into the game, and I can load into a mission where you can see the mod do its thing. I'm not gonna do a comparison between the regular and the modded weather because that's gonna take so much long, and that's just waste of time trying to get the game restarted and all that stuff. So this is the last time I'm restarting DCS. Now we're actually gonna fly and do stuff instead of trying to look at mods and look at liveries and stuff like that. Because there's not really much liveries out right now. Today I didn't really have a lot of liveries, so we're not gonna worry about that. But oh god. But yeah, that's all that is. But should be okay. I'm just now having to wait for it to load. I think and that could be why DCS takes longer to load too. Because now that I'm thinking about it, I think DCS is actually taking a little bit longer to load. It's because it's actually trying to also load in the mod pack too. So that could be another reason why it's taking a little bit to load up. But now that we're in the mod, I know the last time I was on DCS today, or yesterday, I was flying the 810, doing a lot of A10 and F18 stuff. Now we should probably do some other stuff. We should probably do maybe some F16 stuff. Maybe some F4 Phantom, more F4 Phantom stuff. I don't know yet. I'm just trying to figure that out. So, let's see. Oh, that is random. I don't want random. I want here. Because if you think I can just redo it. So. It's not that hard to figure out how to use the mod. The mod is pretty easy to use, and how to figure out how to use the whole mod. And if anything, I can just go into here. I can go into how to use it. So like right there. Like configure base onto the desired, adjust the thickness, all that stuff to 30,000 feet. So you don't need to see that. I need to see that. You guys just need to see the game. That's all you guys need to see is the game. So, and we can also do helicopters. Oh, why am I not Thunderbird? Why is my Thunderbird having weapons? Nope. The Thunderbirds don't use weapons. Yeah, that's more like it. Anyway, Thunderbird. Fun fact though, the Thunderbirds used to fly these, and because they did, there we are. That's what they would look like. Where is the Thunderbird? I know they have deliveries for them. I don't know where they are though. Because I am on USA, so I should see the Thunderbird. I should see Thunderbird 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there we are. So, last Thunderbird. So the Thunderbirds used to fly Phantoms. But a fun fact about number 4. I know what you're thinking. The tail shouldn't be black. The tail should be like, like number 5, where all of the numbers have it be decaled. Well, here's the thing with the Phantom. The Phantom had a very smoky engine. Like, the engine was very, very smoky. And all that soot and all that stuff from the engine would build up on the tail. And instead of them always having to clean it to look pretty, they just decided to paint it completely black and call it a day. So that is why the Phantom's tail on the Thunderbird 4 is black. Is for that reason. Of just that very insanely smoky engine that the Phantoms were known to have. And then you got my virtual team. This is actually my custom paint scheme for my demo team that I've flown. I do fly virtual specters. You can find it on Instagram and you can find it on Discord. All that stuff. You can actually find it on YouTube as well. Not on my YouTube channel, but you can find, if you just type up, I don't know, virtual Quenta air show, you can see the virtual specters do its first flight. It's a work in progress. It needs a lot of work, but it's getting there. We're definitely gonna get there. I've honestly been thinking about taking out a Canadian livery for a show just so I can trigger people, because we're not really meant to fly these, but I like to trigger people, so I'm tempted. It's tempting. And yes, we do have a Super Hornet. Now, it's not a proper Super Hornet, only because of the simple fact of the cockpit is still the FA-18C cockpit, so it's not a separate cockpit yet, but it's still a Super Hornet nonetheless, and I still like to have fun with the Super Hornet, at least to an extent. And it actually is pretty highly detailed too. I actually don't mind the detailing on this. But if I really wanted to, I can also fly Thunderbird. Or, sorry, Blue Angels. Fuck, I'm stupid. I can fly Blue Angels. I think... Oh yeah, I forgot I did fix number 4. So, funny story with number 4. I'm technically not meant to have a Blue Angels 4 single-seater. Because they didn't do it. I pretty much took... no, I think I took number 1. I took number 1 because technically, for whatever reason, they made number 4, Blue Angel 4, a 2-seater. Even though I'm used to seeing Blue Angels 4 with a 1-seater. Now, I could easily fix this too, and fix the thing on here, because apparently in real life, you can actually... They've all had the single-seater jet, because apparently these are just stickers anyway. But anyway, back to the 4 story. So number 4 is meant to be a Blue Angel, is meant to be an F model, even though he does mainly fly a single-seater. So what I did is I took this livery, and I was able to swap it out onto here. It did take a lot of customization, and it took a little bit of time too. And I think there is a little bit of it to where you can kind of see it show. If the light comes onto it, you might be able to see it. Have it be in fact customly done, but apparently not. Wow, the game is actually saying I'm a cocksucker, and it's not showing the differences in the paint scheme. That is funny. That is actually funny. It should be showing the difference in the paint scheme, but it's. Oh no, it kind of is. For whatever reason, that's a little bit more dirty. Wait a minute. Is it meant to be like that? No, I don't think so. 4. Oh, what did I do to the nose? What did I do to this nose? Did I fuck the nose up? On the single-seater? I might have fucked the nose up. That looks a little bit too dirty. Maybe I did fuck something up on it. You know what? Ah, it's fine. That's fine. I'm not gonna worry about it. It's really not that big of a deal. If I need to, I can just go into the model and fix it up. But it should be fine. But anyway, the point is, I got a Blue Angel F-18E. Number 4. Oh, look, that tail looks different too. Oh, that... The tail even looks a little bit darker. What the fuck did I do? What the fuck did I do? I did something wrong. That's for sure. That's for sure. I did something. I did something wrong with this. Cause even that's even better. What? What happened to my E model? I don't remember a tail being so dirty like that. I don't remember a tail ever having that. Oh my lord! What did I do? What did I do? I don't know what I did. I did something. I don't know what I did. God damn it. Well, I did something. I don't know what I did. And you know what? I don't think I want to know. I did. Okay then. So I could fly Super Hornet. Now the question is, do you want to do combat or do you want to just fuck around and do absolutely fucking nothing? Now, excellent. I can do helicopters as well. I do have some helicopters. So I got the AH-64D. I can play the AH-64 as well. I can play any of these. Any of these yellow ones I can fly. I can fly the AH-64. I can fly the... I can fly a Russian helicopter if I really feel like it, although I never did. I can fly the Huey. I can fly the OH-60. I'm gonna fly the... I'm gonna fly this. Oh! Ooh, I give Canada. I pulled a thing. I got Canada. I got some Canadian liveries on this thing at least. Not much. I do have some. Or Wolfpack. But you know. So I can fly helicopters. But I think most of my skill comes in the plane. So we're gonna go fly a plane. We're gonna go fly a plane. I wanna fly a plane. Oh shit! What the fuck did I just do? Anyway, enough of that. We're gonna go ahead, fly plane. Now, what plane do we fly though? Oh yeah, another thing is too, is with this plane, I was able to get Starscream from the original movie. So yeah, I can do a bunch of Transformers, a bunch of Decepticons. Because, yes, Transformers. But then I can also go to fucking the F-22 and do the actual, another, yeah, now can it be Starscream from the second movie. That's great! I can be Starscream. Or, a nice piece of history for the Saber is this, Canada. But another good piece of history, if I really want to fly it, if I have, where's delivery? Where's delivery? I thought I had it in here somewhere. I don't see the delivery. Oh, there it is. But another piece of history that I could fly too is this. This is some nice history right here. Golden Hawks, Royal Canadian Air Force. This was a real team back in the day with the Sabres. But then unfortunately now they obviously no longer fly, but they did. I don't really know much about it, but there's some history behind that. But the most history that you know what, if we're going to talk about history though, if you want history, history is what we shall receive with this guy. We're going to go ahead and have some history with this guy. Now. Oh, did I download those P-51 liveries I was supposed to download? I think I did. Okay. What do we want to pull out, actually? I don't know which one I pulled out. Oh, we could be a Thunderbird, even though we didn't find them, or they didn't find those in real life, but we could do those. Ah! I don't want to fight that! Well, I could. Actually, what liveries do I have on here? I know I have a bunch of custom liveries. Apparently a bunch of them with females on the side of the aircraft. I don't know what it is with the World War II planes, but a lot of them had that. I don't know what it was with World War II planes. What the shit? No, I'm getting out of here. No, no. All right, I'm done. What is with World War II planes having this? What the hell? I'd rather prefer to fly that one the first one I pulled out. I'd rather fly that. At least that looks actually pretty proper. We're flying this one. At least that one doesn't have a naked woman on the side of the aircraft. Whatever fucking reason. Now I want to retire from DCS completely. Okay. I have to bleach my eyeballs now. I'm gonna pretend I never saw that on the aircraft. Nope. I never did. Nope. Nope. That was never seen. Alright, so what we are in is the famous P-51D Mustang. One of the famous P-51D Mustangs. Oh, why is this not fixed? I thought I said that, but I guess I didn't. Anyway, so obviously this is the famous, as we know, P-51 Mustang, very famous World War II fighter, very iconic. The Americans, or the British, needed a new plane to replace their aging, or the hand-me-downs of the P-40 Warhawks. Even though the P-40s were a great aircraft, they were hand-me-downs compared to this guy. They were a hand-me-down. Don't ask me why, but they were. Because even I don't really know. But yes, they were in fact hand-me-downs. And all that. So they needed a new plane. So they ended up giving the P-51s. They were called something else during testing. I forgot what they actually called them. But the first models of P-51As, which had four 20mm Hispano cannons, they were great, but they had an Allison engine, and that engine wasn't great for high altitudes, so it actually became very limited to what it can do. But the British still used them, and it was still that great that even the Americans started to build P-51s for theirs. So then as the P-51s grew to the Bs and the Cs, now as they got to the C models of the P-51s, that's when they started to have the better Packard license-built Merlin 66. The Packard, it says it even right here, the Packard V1657 engine. This is what the P-51Ds and the P-51C flew. It was a two-stage supercharger. It's a V12, so it had six of these aux pipes on the other side. It was a great engine. It's basically a license-built Merlin 66 engines that were used in a lot of the British aircraft. For instance, the Spitfire had the Merlin 66. And with this engine, it allowed the P-51s to achieve high altitude bombing runs or bombing escorts. It allowed it to actually just be a complete menace to. It was just a complete menace when it came to. When it came to just complete power. Now the Mustangs are more made for high altitude, but they could still turn pretty well, and it was still a pretty good turn fighter, considering. And like I said, the Mustangs were a great fighter. They were well known, and just because the aircraft wasn't the greatest, it still did do pretty good. At least earlier Mustangs. But earlier Mustangs, they still did good. I mean, don't kid yourself. Mustangs were still the earlier Mustangs were still a very good fighter. And the D was also the quote-unquote definitive version of the P51s, because they did change it to the bubble canopy. They did change a lot of the look of the Mustangs, of the Mustang. Honestly, the D does really look. It really is probably one of the best versions of the Mustang, because it really does look pretty fucking nice. Um, just because it really is. It looks cool. Um, and I think over 4,000 of these were built. But I think in total, like 15,000 Mustangs were built or something like that. Like, there's a pretty high number of Mustangs that were built. That's going to help us keep our engines warmed up. So now we can go ahead and release our brakes, because that takes no time for the engines to heal. And then we can go ahead and go to guns. Oh. I will return though, so give me a second. Alright. Let's see.
Engine fire left. Engine fire left. Engine fire right. Engine fire right. APU fire. APU fire. Bleed air left. Bleed air left. Bleed air right. Bleed air right. Engine fire left. Engine fire left. Engine fire right. Engine fire right. APU fire. APU fire. Bleed air left. Bleed air left. Bleed air right. Bleed air right. Flight controls. Flight controls.
You know what? Maybe I should do it properly. We're gonna take off without trim. We're gonna take off with no flaps. We're gonna be a demo team. Kind of, in a way.
Engine fire left. Engine fire left. Engine fire right. Engine fire right. APU fire. APU fire. Bleed air left. Bleed air left. Bleed air right. Bleed air right. Engine fire left. Engine fire left. Engine right fire. Engine right fire. APU fire. APU fire. Bleed air left. Bleed air left. Bleed air right. Bleed air right. Roll right, roll right. Altitude, altitude. Altitude, altitude.